less than a year's time, I went from a guy who was fighting for a contract to the most dominant champion in TNA Impact Wrestling.
Combination of quickness and explosiveness on the part of Aries.
They gave me an inch, I took a yard. They gave me a yard, I took a mile. Whatever they put on Austin Aries' tee, I knocked out of the park.
I dare you to find anything that physical in the pro wrestling business. You're not finding it, my friend.
I'm not satisfied with this. And I'm not satisfied with things moving at a snail's pace.
I'll book the match with you against the world champion if you'll do one thing. Give up the X Division title.
I busted my tail for this, and you want me to just hand it over? And the X Division title is what put TNA on the map. It's the whole reason TNA was able to sit there and have a 10-year anniversary.
You win the main event at Destination X, you become the world's heavyweight champion. You lose the match, and you walk away with nothing.
You, my friend, just made the biggest mistake of your life. My whole life, I've surprised people. When nobody thought I could get the job done, when everyone thought this is going to be the test he's not going to pass, I aced it.
That title, that little paper championship that you wear means absolutely nothing.
I don't plan on letting this opportunity slip away. I don't plan on letting this opportunity get away from me.
I am no X Division wrestler. I am God's gift to professional wrestling.
I have defeated every single top superstar that I've been in the ring with over the last 7 months plus. Is there anything else left to say?
I will beat you. I will hurt you. And I will embarrass your...
You're not going to be able to out-wrestle me. If you think you can, go back and watch the last year I've been here. You're not going to out-fight me. If you think you can, go watch the Boulder rematch. You're not going to be more physical than me. You think you can, go watch the Samoa Joe match. You think you're going to out-cheat me? Well, guess what? It ain't going to happen. Because I will do anything to be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Austin Aries battles the it factor of professional wrestling, Bobby Roode, for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Here we go, time for our Destination X main event. World Heavyweight Championship Showdown. Let's break it down and let's start with the tail of the tape. And as we compare numbers in the tail of the tape, not only does Roode have an edge in experience, check out the size advantage for the defending champ on the challenger, both in terms of height and weight. Will he exploit that? Here's the bullet points. And it starts off with both Roode and Aries, record setters. Both hold the mark. Longest reigning champions in their respective divisions. General Manager Hulk Hogan, he gave Austin Aries the opportunity to challenge for the world title. But under just one condition, Aries had to relinquish his X Division championship. A-Double not only agreed to give up his title, but to add prestige to the X Division that he respects, he offered up option C to Hulk Hogan. Every year at Destination X, the champ has the chance to challenge for the world title because Aries wants to permanently leave his mark on the division. Well, it's all or nothing for Austin Aries, former X Division champ, decided to gamble. He rolled the dice. He agrees to give up the title in exchange for the shot at Bobby Roode. And boy, I just have to love the confidence of the individual that, refers to himself as the greatest man who ever lived. Incredible strides Aries has made since earning a contract 1 year ago at Destination X 2011. You might question exactly how Bobby Roode has held on to the World Heavyweight Championship. But you can't deny the numbers. Since defeating James Storm last year, Bobby Roode has never let loose on the championship grip. A record-setting reign that's now exceeded 8 months. Bobby Roode, well, he silenced all the doubters. Tonight, he faces that man who's a unique challenge. It's his first title defense against Austin Aries. And Roode, so outspoken against both Aries in particular and against the X Division in general. But now, talking's over. Time to see if Bobby Roode can continue his streak, or will we crown a new World Heavyweight Champion tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your Destination X main event of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, live from Universal Studios Orlando, it's your main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my right, he weighed in this morning at 211 pounds and comes to us from Tampa, Florida. He is the former undefeated X Division champion and the current #1 contender for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the world. He is Austin Aries. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 228 pounds and comes to us from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Bobby Roode.
You know, it's almost unheard of to advance as quickly as Austin Aries has to a main event pay-per-view slot in a world title match. What an accomplishment for Aries, who in pre-match interviews called this the biggest match of his career. We know Austin Aries is not going to be intimidated by any size advantage that the World Heavyweight Champion has. Aries never backs down to anyone. It's one thing, however, to make your way in that year's time to the world title shot as a challenger. It's another to become World Heavyweight Champion. Let's see if Austin Aries can complete the task right now at Destination X. Here we go.
Mike, while Bobby Roode was coming to the ring, I just had a moment with Austin Aries, just a second. I said, "How you feeling?" He goes, "I'm so ready. You have no idea." And he said that with no doubt, no lack of confidence, and he goes into this match knowing it's the biggest of his career, no question. But he also goes into this with a boatload of confidence. He knows what he can do in the ring. He knows what it's taken to get him here tonight in this position, and he knows what it's going to take to beat Bobby Roode.
JB, we talked about the size advantage that Roode has. At the same time, let's talk about the experience edge. Bobby Roode has been in more high-profile, more high-pressure championship matches than Austin Aries. This is Aries' first time in that main event slot challenging for the world title on a pay-per-view. And we know he's confident, but there has to be that inherent, that built-in pressure that the challenger has to deliver.
Mike, when we take TNA Live out on the road, I have the, I don't know, privilege or honor or duty, I guess is probably how I look at it, of watching over the World Heavyweight Champion. I travel with Bobby Roode on almost a weekly basis. I'm not going to tell you we're friends, but I'll also tell you
It's interesting to get to work with a guy who is so disciplined. It is routine. And certainly when you take a look at his lifestyle as World Heavyweight Champion, he has transitioned himself from one of the best tag team wrestlers in the world to one of the best in the world, period. And he's done that with discipline. He's done that with a strategy. He has done that by getting up every morning, no matter how he feels, and going to the gym for 2 hours, maintaining a strict diet like none other I've ever seen in professional wrestling. He has what he knows works for him down to a T, and he's not stopping, especially knowing that what he has done has worked so well since becoming World Heavyweight Champion. And obviously up and down the roads, he maintains an incredible schedule. But what he has to do now,
watch the side roll here as Aries goes for the first cover and gets 2.
He needs to maintain what he has done because it's worked. And obviously both men have had an incredible year since our last Destination X. In a year's time, look at these two and how their careers have changed, and certainly for the better. And they have both been on a momentum course to lead them right here tonight to this main event.
The way that Aries had the crossface and quickly floats over, and now the champ trying to get inside the head of the challenger. That's all that's about. Those slaps to the head, slaps to the face, trying to get into the skin of Aries. You talked about the similarities that these men have in terms of training schedules, the commitment that they have to our business, and it's evident. Just take a look at both champion and challenger. But boy, there's some big differences as well.
Well, both in the fact that these guys spend a lot of time on conditioning and cardio and training and obviously a regimented system that works for them. But I'll tell you what, on the other side of things, the big difference, something like we see with just their diet. Bobby Roode will go to a restaurant and order the biggest steak he can, whereas Austin Aries, doesn't eat meat. Says, I won't eat anything with a face. He's a vegetarian. And he'll order a big portobello mushroom.
Challenger airborne, drops the elbow into the cover, but Roode kicks out. Quickly, the side headlock by Aries is answered as Roode is able to shove Aries off into the side head scissors. And again, the conditioning, JB, that you talked about, the commitment these men have, I think it's going to be very evident as this match progresses. And the longer that it goes, and the more that the pressure mounts, you'll see the ability to be able to fight through that fatigue as Aries now with the headstand escape quickly up, and then the drop kick into the face.
A fine example of how Bobby Roode hasn't faced an opponent like Austin Aries for this World Heavyweight Championship before. He's been in the ring with the best, he's beaten the best, no question about it. But something like that, and maybe something like
Watch this, double sledge. You're right, I talked about what a unique challenge it was for Roode to have to face someone like Aries. And while we showed the numbers for advantage Roode, at the same time, Aries can come up with moves that Roode hasn't seen before. Challenger rolls the champ back in. Aries again mounts the top. Got him in his sights. Here goes Austin. Missile drop kick missed. And the opening is there for Roode to follow up and turn it in his favor. Champ using the boots, and now with the throat, the windpipe of Aries across that bottom steel cable. Roode putting his weight right on the back of Aries' head.
About a month ago, Bobby Roode invaded the United Kingdom, and he held a press conference under Big Ben where he complained about everything that whole trip. But once he got there in front of the crowd, he loved the fact that he could gloat that he was the longest reigning champion in this company's history. He had it timed down to the hour, literally, of when this record would be set.
The knee drop. Champ gets the quick count on Aries.
And obviously, since that time, he has really looked at every opponent as a threat. He doesn't take anyone lightly.
Difference in styles between champion and challenger evident to those of you who have watched Roode and Aries compete. I think Roode trying to keep Aries from really being able to get going, get the offense turned up. That's what we're seeing right now from Bobby Roode. Keep Austin Aries grounded. Don't give Aries that opening to go high risk and catch you with a move that Aries is going to be able to use. At the same time, we've also seen how productive Aries has been using a move like the Brainbuster. He's got submission holds as well. The last chancery, he's just so well-rounded a competitor. But right now, Champ feels like he's in the driver's seat with the knee drop. Not successful for Roode.
It's been so interesting to watch the feedback coming in. Twitter, Facebook, everybody chiming in on the main event tonight. Vast amount of opinions. Oh, there we go. Almost tried to get, this is actually a, didn't quite get it how he had hooked, but he had obviously looked at a situation where he could get that submission maneuver in there, and Bobby Roode quickly makes it to the ropes.
Evident that Bobby Roode has scouted Aries, aware of the various styles, the various moves, and that time it was Roode making it to the ropes before Aries could really cinch on the submission. Aries using the top ring rope to try and rake the eyes of Roode, who's sent out to the apron and then dropped down to the floor. How quick was Aries? Roode's down, Roode's on the floor, Aries gonna fly, goes suicide dive, and he got sidestepped. Nothing but guardrail on the way down.
That's called scouting your opponent. And Bobby Roode did just that. He has seen Aries use that maneuver before. And look at this. Never before have we seen somebody get out of the way of that. That is Bobby Roode. That's why he's a champion.
Tough to fault Aries for going with a move like that, but maybe he hadn't sufficiently worn down Roode. And now a confident Champ is able to roll the weakened challenger back in. Stalking out of the corner. Here he comes. Full impact behind the blow. Follow cover with the leg hook for two. Couldn't have two more confident individuals from someone who brags about being the it factor, the greatest man who ever lived, and the it factor's Roode with the front suplex and another pin attempt.
I'll tell you what, it's been incredible to see the fan support for Austin Aries, especially going into this World Heavyweight title match. But while the fans have embraced him, he certainly really doesn't embrace the fans in the traditional way. He does his own thing.
Not going to kiss up to him, is he?
Certainly not. And what we've seen from him is obviously just a focused ambition, and that is to win this match tonight. And obviously what we've seen over the last year since winning the contract to even compete in this organization is non-stop focus. He set the goal a year ago, and here he is.
We've seen how our general manager, Hulk Hogan, such a fan of Austin Aries, watching him deliver match after match, week after week, and month after month, to the point where Hogan gave him the opening for the title shot. But as Aries comes flying off the ropes, it's Roode who takes the knee, drives it right into the midsection. Power, weight advantage, size advantage of Roode comes into play as he rushes Aries straight into the corner. Tremendous impact as Aries is sent back first directly into the turnbuckles.
You're not even in my league.
Back into the head of Aries. Roode telling him, you're not in my league. It's something we've heard repeatedly from Roode for the past several weeks, ever since finding out that Aries was going to challenge for the title. The disdain that Roode has for both Aries and the X division. Champ sends him straight down. Roode covers, Aries kicks out.
And as we saw earlier tonight, Mike, not only with Austin Aries here in this match, but with the 3 previous entrants into the Ultimate X match, he really does have no respect for what the incredible athletes of the X division have accomplished. No respect for the fact that he's even in the ring with Austin Aries tonight. And the fact that Austin Aries had to give up his X division championship to get here tonight. But how about the precedent he has set for those in the future? The very fact that the world champion will be defending his world championship against the reigning X division champion here at Destination X, and I think that's fantastic for those competing in the X division.
Because of the respect that Aries has for the X division. What he wants the X division to be in TNA. The legacy that Aries wants to have in terms of the X division, as well as going forward with the future champions. Even though we may not be happy with Zema Ion being the current champ, as now it's Aries with elbows to the side of the head, able to break the grip. Something will take him over quickly, and no, Roode kicks out. Oh my. Powerful clothesline. Roode on top, just 2.
And that connected squarely in the face. Aries could be a little abrasion above the nose from that connection.
Almost as if this match progresses with every minute. You have to wonder in the mind of Roode. He won't admit it publicly, but you would presume that the respect level internally, it grows. He can sit there all he wants and say you're not in my league. Try and paintbrush him. Try and pie face him.
And you can see that in the eyes of Austin Aries. All that's done is ignite a fire.
Yeah, it's going to fuel Austin Aries to the boiling point. Pair of forearms. Answered by Roode as the strikes are exchanged. Ooh. Wow.
And look at these two back and forth.
Importance of this match so evident with the world title at stake. Clothesline misses. Oh, discus forearm shot. Extra power behind the blow from the challenger. The look of the eyes of Aries, like a man possessed. Charges in quickly, lands in the apron. Outside in shoulder block. Full power behind the clothesline. This time he flies. This time he quickly follows up on the advantage. And this time it's Aries who nails Roode with the suicide dive. Champ not able to get out of the way then.
And what separates Aries from everyone else is the momentum he gets coming in to that move. Goes back into the ropes and at full speed plows right into his opponent, hits the drop kick.
Roode turns around and caught with the missile drop kick. Now it's Aries who has Roode in his sights. Came at him in the corner. Might have been going for that big corner drop kick. Instead, running power slam, and Roode gets a near fall.
Well, he sure was going for that running drop kick. And again, how good has Roode scouted Austin Aries? Knew that was coming in, had the presence of mind to pick him up, turn it into a slam, and take back the advantage in this World Heavyweight title matchup.
Boy, it's a good point because that's, as you said, not the first time where Roode has seen Aries come at him with a move and had the perfect answer, the perfect counter. Again, it's Roode, sights set on Aries, who turns around and, ooh, oh, how about this?
Last chancery.
There it is.
Bobby Roode. You want to talk about scouting your opponent?
Oh, I thought he was going to tap right there. Roode put his hand up into the air. Going to roll out of the last chancery into a front face lock. Knees to the top of the head, but Bobby Roode, the champ, turns it around, and now submission hold applied, not only seizing the arm, but at the same time cranking back on the head and the neck of the challenger. And again, notice where they're at. It's Aries able to slide out because he's in mid-ring. And then he rolls through with a submission. Last chancery again, and Roode's got his hand up. Could be close to having a new champion here if Roode taps. Instead, Champ takes the low road, raking the eyes of Aries.
He had the presence of mind to just reach down, felt the face, felt the eyes, and was able to break the hold by raking the eyes, and now has Aries in the corner.
Big time shoulder block, now positions a double up top. Watch out, watch out. Holding up into the air. I think Aries may have caught him with the knee in the head.
Boy, he sure did.
Stop the superplex attempt.
What a great counter now. Look at this. Aries from the top.
Rings the ears of Roode. Champ's down. Challenger set. Here he comes. Went for the 450, rolled through. Instead, it's the big double R spine buster. Roode on top. No, not enough. Spinebuster has given Bobby Roode so many wins, and so has a submission hold. Instead, the shoulders of Roode down as Aries quickly turned it around. Ooh! Roode with the hammerlock, and a defenseless Aries sent shoulder first into the corner steel. No way for Aries to stop the momentum as he went with the shoulder straight in, and the perfect move by Roode to set it up because the arm sees, the crossface is applied right in the middle of the ring. And now Aries has to fight through the pain of a submission. We saw it earlier with the last chancery, and now the Roode crossface.
Roode able to maintain the maneuver as Aries tries to roll through and get out, not trying it again, and still Roode hangs on, and now in a better position than ever.
Almost as if the size here of Roode is finally being exploited, because while Aries tries to roll through and stop the pressure of the crossface, Roode has been able to put all of his weight across the back of Aries and maintain the hold. Ring ropes are a long ways away for Aries, who's fighting with everything to try and make his way to get the break as Roode grips even tighter. Is he going to break the plane here? Is he going to touch the rope and get a break?
Oh, he is so close.
Got
That's
it.
Wow.
And you know that Roode right there is going to use that 5 count all the way to 4.5 before he gives up on the grip.
If Roode has you locked in that crossface, I've talked to people who've been in it before, it's just a feeling of helplessness. You can't go anywhere. Obviously, Aries able to have the presence of mind to make it all the way to the ropes, knowing really the only chance he had to break that move is by getting to the ropes. And now, Roode grabs the World Heavyweight title.
Man who has been notorious for his shortcuts in his record-setting reign. Looks like he's going to try and introduce the World Heavyweight title belt as a weapon, but cut off by referee Brian Hebner. And with Hebner's back turned, Roode hits Aries, low blow, covers, and no! Aries able to kick out before 3.
And we have seen shortcut after shortcut from the World Heavyweight Champion, especially during the early months of his reign, and now tries it again, goes back to his playbook, delivering a low blow to Aries that he has not yet recovered from.
Oh! Full speed drop kick, corner drop kick, gonna try and go brainbuster. Champ up! Roode able to float over, and then Roode takes Aries and shoves him with the full force. Heads collide, Aries and referee Hebner. And now the champ has got his weapon. Aries trying to revive the referee, has no idea that he's about to get hit right in the head, right in the face with the title belt. Aries laid out, shouldn't end this way. Cover, pin, here's 2, Hebner counts 2. Come on, Aries, and Aries does escape before 3. He did get the shoulder up.
Just in the nick of time, Aries hangs on. Now does he have the presence of mind to get to his feet, to come back?
Crowd roaring, chanting the name of the challenger. Elbow pads come off. Suplex attempt, instead, roll through, cover, pin. No, just 2. Just that close to a new champ in Aries. This time Aries sidesteps. Oh, punted the head of Roode. Set him up. Get him, Brainbuster. Champ up. Straight down. Brainbuster. Here's the cover. Here we go. Here's 2. Yes! He did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new heavyweight champion of the world, Austin Aries. What a moment.
He did it.
What a victory for not only Austin Aries, for the X Division, for Impact Wrestling, for his mother who says now we can have a champion we can be proud of.
They stand as one at the Impact Zone to pay tribute on a night when the X Division was in the spotlight. It's the man who relinquished his X Division championship, Austin Aries, to become World Heavyweight Champion. What a reaction and what a response to the Aries victory. Oh, I cannot wait, JB, to go through this video package. Take it.
Roode sensing the frustration, and there the running drop kick from Aries. However, Brian Hebner, the referee, knocked out. Roode takes advantage, as we've seen from so many times. Those shortcuts that almost became a signature of Roode in these world title matches. Now the brain buster and the pin. Here we go. 2 and a new world heavyweight champion crowned tonight at Destination X. What a match. What a show. What a champion in Austin Aries.
Celebration time in Orlando, Florida. It's party time at the Impact Zone in response to the incredible win for A-Double. What a spectacle Destination X was tonight. When the history books are written, Destination X 2012, it'll always be remembered for Austin Aries becoming World Heavyweight Champion.